Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott Wave analysis of LDO Lido DAO. And checking it here on the coin market cap, you can see we are number 38. This is the full chart history. You can see we had some sort of corrective pattern here and a three-wave move to the downside. Looks like we bottomed there in July. Just pointing that out because I was able to find the chart on Binance with the low there in June, sorry, not July, in June. So I'm going to be starting the count from here. This was suggested by one of my subscribers. He saw potential nested 1-2s. I tend to agree with him on that. So if you see any patterns like this of different cryptos, please leave a comment below and I'll take a quick look at them. But please only do that if they're like potential nested 1-2s. I'm really looking to find the bottom entries for some coins that are going to be very bullish in the future. I don't want to be counting up on like fourths of fifth waves, stuff like that, unless we're looking for a reversal. So looking for entries, something like this, and it looks really good. So I'm going to be trading this one bullish until proven otherwise. We're getting higher highs, higher lows. The real place to take this entry would have been right here. You can see the divergence on the daily count with the lower lows trending sideways. This was the area to buy. Unfortunately missed that. Could have had an entry like this, stop at that low. Would have been a very nice entry for new highs. But because it's based on, we're 38th right now on coin market cap, I'm not going to be going with log scale on this one because upward targets of $84 there for our fifth of the fifth seem unlikely. It's going to be sticking to linear scale. Nothing says we can't get that bullish, but until the chart proves that, just going to go with our more traditional areas to target. So our third of the third, we're looking between the 1.382 and 1.236 for our third of the third. Pulled these pivots off the first one too. Be looking for that back to close to the 100 without overlap. We'll pull that fib once we get that wave, and the 1.618 for our third. Come back, no overlap with the 1, and our eventual targets there is the 200%. This is pretty helpful if you put on a pitchfork, put it on modified off the first 3 pivots, first 1, 2. This should keep within this pitchfork, otherwise the trend is probably changing to the downside. So from here, I'm searching for an entry, and we should not break this low. This was tough to decide where the low is. I believe it's here. We just had a flash stop hunt right here, and then we ended up making our fifth over here as a double bottom. So I can count this as 1, 2, 1, 2. This is a expanded flat, 3, 4. It fits fine, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we had our, 1, 2 with an expanded flat here, running flat, ABC, ABC expanded flat for our B, and we had our C here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, no overlap, 5 for our third. Had a running flat here for our fourth and fifth wave up. Hope that made sense. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, running flat for 5. It's not the cleanest count. Obviously you have to make it fit there. Not super happy with that, but because we're getting higher highs, higher lows, and the potential for this being nested 1-2s, it's well worth the risk to me. Take this trade. Then we got our WXY. Looks like a flat here, ABC, 3-wave for our X, and a double zigzag for our Y. And this looks like our potential fourth 1-2 in play. Now, if this is just the fifth wave of this one and I'm counting it wrong, and the count maybe started over here, so we had 1, 2, 1, 2 rather than here and just a 1, 2, we'd expect this correction to come deeper. Again, it's hard to judge where the beginning is. But for the sense of it, I will put it where I believe the beginning is. So we tick through the 50, as you can see. So it looks like potentially complete, 1, 2, and this is our next 1, 2. The way it wouldn't be complete is this is all part of the same correction. So this would turn into a 3-wave pattern. We'd look for this to turn into a 3-wave pattern as like an expanded correction, come back down. But if that's the case, I would still expect this low to get defended. So my stop will go there. I'll put that on here. Really nice entry position at the moment as well. So I'm going to buy right here, even though this looks like a hard rejection. Looks like we're at the 50. Yep, pretty much the perfect spot. So if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a triangle there. 3, 4, 5. So 1, a. Yeah, it's really tough. Maybe if we can go down to the smaller time frames, we can get a count out of this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 waves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, that works for triangle ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd have to go down to the micro, and that would have to be some sort of expanded flat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let's see if that works. So I just want to do this in real time. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 4, 5. So that would be our third. There'd have to be a expanded flat here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our fifth. Sorry if that's confusing. I'm just going over in my head to make sure there's enough waves there. But you can see it's a really tough count. There's not a lot of separation. What we do have to go on is our divergence is here at the 50. So that should be the third of the third. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, it works. I don't love this sell-off. I'd want rejection very soon, but it's not going to stop me from trading it. I'm going to take this long pretty much right now. Stop is going to go at this low, 1 tick below. So 197 is going to be my stop. 1 tick below. 1979 right below. So figure out what that is on your exchange, and going to be targeting up at 460 for first targets in the third. So it looks like about 5 to 1. Nice little trade. Going back to the hourly, if this fails and we come down in 5 waves, I would expect this would have to be some sort of complex correction. I'd have to recount it and this would all be one correction if this comes down in 5 as a expanded flat. But again, I'd look for an entry down near the 50 and the 618 again, like so. If it fails, stop at this previous low here. So that's my plan on this one. Same thing, targeting the same target. Just about 4.5 to 1. So that's it for LDO. It's not ideal. Like, I've seen better setups than this, but the fact that we're making higher highs, higher lows, there's the option of the nested 1-2s. It's worth taking that risk to me at this point. And if we fail, we have the option of losing 2 units on this trade, as you can see, if we're not bullish. And if we fail on those 2, then we'll have to consider more downside to come. All right, guys, that's it for LDO. LDO going to be taking an entry right now. Stops 1 tick below this pivot. So if you want to check for yourself what that is on your exchange, you can do that. But considering this, basically 4 nested 1-2s. Down to the micro, eventual targets, if we get all 5 waves, up between 6,272 and 6,909, as you can see in between these 2. All right, guys, that's it for this one. If you have any other coins you want me to take a quick look at, please make sure they're set up like this. This is what I'm interested for over the next little bit. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see my other trade setups. Currently in 5 trades, as you can see here. I post all those setups in the videos. You can see the tickers here on the left. Make sure to subscribe if you want that, and to keep updates on this. Thanks for watching.